Hi everyone, welcome back to Vegan Me, and I have a product for you today that I've been really looking forward to actually getting and then being able to try out, and I've had some fabulous results with it, and it is the Foreo Issa toothbrush. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about my experience with the Foreo Issa and also talk a little bit about my comparison of this product to other products similar to it, other types of toothbrushes, and I'll let you know what I think about it. So if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about the Foreo Issa, stick with me. All right, let's get started. So, for years, the toothbrush has basically been, same shape, bristles that were, usually made out of nylon. Some of them had a little bit of silicone in them. This one here does. I think this one's made by Colgate or one of those companies. And it basically is a little bit of abrasive to the teeth. And, for years we've been told to brush in circular motions so that we don't wear grooves into our teeth. And if you're like me, you probably were a little bit of an aggressive brusher when you were younger, and it resulted in some, little grooves getting put into your teeth, which can be a problem. So I've been on the lookout really for years for a solution to abrasive toothbrushes, because I really like to brush my gums, I like to brush my cheeks and the top of my mouth and the roof of my mouth, I should say, and really get everything really massaged and keep the blood flow and keep it healthy. But I've always had the problem with these being a little bit too abrasive, and I've always tried to get the soft bristles, but then you still have problems. So basically that's the standard toothbrush. Then for years there have been electric toothbrushes, and initially they were basically just like this, only they vibrated, and then over time they came out with what was more or less an ultrasonic type technology, but still having the nylon bristles, very abrasive. So what most people did with these is they just moved the brush around in their mouth, not really brushing, but just letting the electric toothbrush kind of do all the work. But you still have the abrasiveness of these bristles, and of course it can be a little bit irritating to some of us that are sensitive. It's still obviously better than the older ones in terms of the the damage that can be done to the teeth, but overall still can be abrasive to the teeth. So I was really excited when I got my Foreo Luna, and I was looking on their website. They had the prototypes out of the Issa, and I was looking at it, and you couldn't buy it at that time. It was something that you had to be a part of their their pilot group in order to have access to it. And so I was so excited when they finally put this out on the market. And I waited a little while because it's $199, but I'm so happy that I got it. And I'm surprised, the design is very similar actually to the Luna, in terms of it has the little bumps on the back. And let's see, yeah, so you can see it has the little bumps on the back of it, and then you can see the bristles, and these are soft. So they're very soft. This is very flexible. The head of the brush is very flexible, so it can move around and get to all of the nooks and crannies in your mouth. Let me talk you through the process of me using this. So basically it very similar to the Luna. It has a on-off button and then a plus and a minus. It has 8 speeds. It has a charging port in the back, and you lift up this little tab here. Let me see if I can do that. Never fails. I always have something that's difficult to do. So you lift up this little tab, and that's the port for your charger. And the charger is a short USB cable, and you plug that in, and you can plug that into your computer, or you can use like a wall adapter and plug it in. It only takes about an hour to charge, and then it is good for up to 365 uses. So basically, if you brush your teeth twice a day, this will work for about 6 months. Which I think is fabulous, because one of the problems with the older electric toothbrushes, especially this one, well, not especially this one, but this is the Phillips Sonicare, is that it's only good for about let's see, 6 days, 7 days on a full charge. So if you're going to go on a trip, you have to take the charger with you. It also weighs a lot more than this does. This weighs about, I don't know, maybe 3 pounds. I don't know exactly how much it weighs. Maybe it's a little less than that. But this is light as a feather. I mean, it has like almost no weight at all. So if you're traveling with this in your handbag or whatever, it's not going to add a whole lot of weight to your bag. The heads are removable and replaceable. So you can replace the heads. They don't need to be replaced, let's see, once a year, I believe, for the replacement of the heads. And the Sonicares, I believe they recommend, because of they're not the most hygienic material. This is made out of silicone, so these I believe you have to replace about once every 3 months. Cost wise, I don't know. You can get cheaper heads and more. They range in different prices for the Sonicare. And I'm just using this one as an example, but like I think you can get like a 3-pack for $26 or something like that. One of these heads is about $25, but again, you're only spending that once a year. So I guess that's reasonable, I think, for the fact that you're only replacing it once a year. The experience of brushing with this is very different because you're getting these bumps on the back of it are massaging the insides of your cheeks and the inside of your lips. That tissue needs to be cleaned just like the rest of your mouth does. And I think that this does a great job of, keeping those areas massaged and keeping the blood flow to them, cleaning them, and I think just overall creating a healthier mouth. In addition to that, these bristles, which are made out of silicone, are very gentle. And so for me, having sensitive teeth, I have really, really sensitive teeth basically from over brushing those, the areas at the gum line over the years. This is perfect, and it really does massage the gums and cleans the teeth really well, which I expected it would. I've read some people don't really like the way this works, but the interesting thing about it is that they tell you to use it just like a regular toothbrush. So that means that while people are using these and they're just kind of going over, just moving it gently over their teeth as they're brushing their teeth, they actually expect you to brush with this while it's on, and brush your teeth like you would normally brush them, and you're not going to wear away at your enamel, not going to put grooves into your teeth, but it really does get them clean. They use what they call white tooth technology, and I guess that is the combination of the ultrasonic vibrations and the use of the silicone as the I guess the physical removal of whatever's on your teeth that it shouldn't be there. And so it really is a different experience. I think having to learn how, for those that have used electric toothbrushes their whole lives, or for a good part of their lives, they have to get used to brushing again. But I really think that the two things together, so the brushing motion plus the ultrasonic vibrations, are really getting your teeth a whole lot cleaner. And this is not abrasive, so that's like a huge benefit for me with sensitive teeth, but I think for anyone who wants to keep their mouth in really healthy condition, because you can't replace your teeth. You need to take care of them. We need to take care of our mouths, because there are all kinds of bad things that can come from unhealthy dental hygiene. So it's a really, really important part of, I think, our health, as well as what we look like, and our confidence, and everything else like that goes together with it. So I'm just really a fan of this toothbrush. I'm so glad that I have one, and I think that the idea that I'm not going to ever really have to worry about my dental care again. That's kind of the way I feel about it. I think it's fabulous. I'm so glad that they created this. I'm excited about what I just realized to put the head of this thing back on backwards. I'm so excited to see what else they're going to come out with, because so far these two products are revolutionary to me, and I think they take something out there that exists and they just make it better. I mean, they're really inventors, if you will, and I think that's I mean, we need more of that, right? So I recommend this. I think that if you have sensitive teeth, if you're interested in the hygienicity, is that a word, of this, because of it being silicone, it's not going to harbor germs the same way that the standard toothbrush does. The idea that you can go so long on one charge is a huge value, especially for people who travel. The weight is a huge value for those who travel. And just the overall design and the way this works, using silicone instead of the nylon bristles is just a huge factor for me too. So I think it's great. I recommend anybody who is looking for something more gentle to give this a try. I've heard a few people that said that they didn't like it, and it wasn't people that I know. It was some reviews I read, and I think it's probably because they're trying to use it like the other electric toothbrushes, where you don't need to actually do the brushing, where you just would move it around on your teeth and it would magically remove everything. But I think that because it's the silicone, you can use it as like you would a regular toothbrush without doing any damage to your teeth, and that's an important part of how you use it. So I hope you enjoyed this little review of the Foreo Issa. I'm obviously very thrilled with it. I think that's probably pretty obvious. I bought this direct from Foreo, and I think it was $199. They make one for children that's got a smaller head and also has a little, I think, a smiley and a frown face on it, that I think is in the place of where the plus and the minus sign is, because I think it has one speed. And so it has a smiley face or frown face depending on whether or not the child used it, so that way you can tell whether they're brushing their teeth. And I think that kids might really like this too, because it's just different, it feels nice, and so maybe it's something to consider. I think the child's version is a little bit cheaper. It might be like $139. I'm not real positive. I'll put the information down below. And I don't remember what else did I forget to say about this. It goes for 2 minutes. I think that's pretty standard in the electric toothbrush market. And every 30 seconds it pulses to let you know to go to a different quadrant if you want to keep track of how much you brush on each quadrant of your mouth. I tend to not do that. I don't know. I just move it all around for the amount of time, and then and for 2 minutes. And I think that pretty much forces you to brush your teeth for the proper amount of time, which is a good thing. And let me see, is there anything else I didn't mention? It has 8 speeds. I use it at the highest speed, but if that was too jarring for you, you could reduce the speed to something lesser, and maybe start out low if you're not used to using an electric toothbrush, and work your way up to whatever's comfortable for you. So that's the Foreo Issa. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments down below if you have ideas about other videos you'd like to see, or if you've tried the Foreo Issa and you have your experiences about it. I would like to hear about those, but so would everybody else. So don't forget to comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.